A professor at A&M San Antonio was recently elected to the Alamo College District Board of Trustees. We'll tell you who it is. With COVID-19 cases rising in San Antonio, we bring you more details on how hospitals are responding to the pandemic and the vaccine. And in sports, NFL, the return of the NBA, and high school football in Jaguar sports. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Amanda Barela, and welcome to our holiday edition of Enlace. We are here in the Science and Technology building on campus, and we look forward to bringing you the latest in campus and local news. 2020 graduates of Texas A&M University-San Antonio had the opportunity to celebrate their graduation with family and friends. Unlike other universities, it wasn't just virtual. Armando Villarreal was there to give us more.
Universities around the United States have been canceling graduation ceremonies due to the pandemic. Texas A&M University-San Antonio adapted and celebrated students in a unique way on campus.
A&M San Antonio hosted the Fall 2020 Curbside commencement on December 13th through the 15th. It may not be the graduation students are used to, however, President Matson says adapting to Curbside allows family and friends to celebrate the graduate on campus.
It's not the same as a ceremony. We don't officially confer degrees, but it is a step in between. What we heard when we did it in May, couldn't drive it. The students wanted to walk the stage. And so I hope you get a chance to really see somebody coming across the stage because the event is extraordinary and the support has been wonderful.
President Matson gives advice to people graduating during the pandemic.
Think bigger. This is going to be part of world history. And so for all of you that are graduating this year, this is your time to change the world.
Graduates had the opportunity to pick up their diploma cover, walk the stage, get their names called, and families took photos while cheering for their loved ones.
It was an honor walking the stage and being recognized for all the hard work. Hopefully, my next step will be grad school and I'll be able to walk the regular stage.
The university had wellness check-ins and followed the guidelines of social distancing. Some graduates enjoyed the efficiency of the ceremony.
Walking the stage was a breeze. It took 5 minutes compared to previous commencements where it took several hours.
Students gathered with their families and celebrated with fellow graduates.
Even though it's a pandemic and I'm able to do this, it's kind of like a uplifting feeling that I've gotten here. This was super cute.
For graduates who were not able to attend the Curbside commencement, the university held a virtual ceremony with special speakers and a slideshow showcasing students. I'm Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
The Alamo College District will welcome Lorena Pulido, the winner of the runoff election in District 4 for the Alamo College District Board of Trustees. Pulido defeated Jose Gallegos Jr. with more than 78% of the vote. Pulido is a communications manager and public information officer for Via Metropolitan Transit and a professor at Texas A&M University-San Antonio. She will replace the current board member, Marcelo Casillas, who is stepping down from the board after more than 17 years. Pulido posted a thank you post for her supporters and said she looks forward to hit the ground running to serve the Alamo College students. On behalf of Enlace, we would like to congratulate Dr. Pulido. Texas A&M University-San Antonio offers virtual training for students, faculty, and staff who are interested in learning about the issues dreamers face at the university. The workshop offers an environment based around supporting our Dreamers students on campus, which will include students with the DACA status and students without documentation. Kimberly Nanes, Executive Director of Student Success Center, tells us more about the different parts of the training.
Go into what Dreamer means, so some definitions of words. We talk about what DACA is. We talk about TASFA, which is state financial aid. We talk about what allows a dreamer to be able to get a high school education, and what allows them to go to college. And so what federal and state laws exist. And then we just kind of go through that. That's part one. And then part two is more about what it means to be an ally. Part three would be the scenarios.
The Student Success Center, along with the Academic Advising Center, partnered up to bring these trainings, which usually last 2 hours. Other resources for our Dreamer students can be found on the university's website under the Dreamers Resource Hub. Curious about the vaccine? When we come back, one local nurse tells us her input. San Antonio veterans had the opportunity to receive aid during a drive-by event. Armando Villarreal was there to tell us more about this food drive.
Varias personas han sido afectados sobre alimentos durante la pandemia de COVID-19. Veteranos en San Antonio recibieron ayuda de Soldiers Angels para acceso a alimentos saludables, mientras obteniendo la distancia social en Cowboys Dance Hall en el 17 de diciembre.
¿No necesitas? ¿No tienes? ¿Tienes? Vamos a ayudar a sea poquito. No les podemos dar dinero, pero
Soldiers Angels han ayudado a 200 veteranos por mes desde 2015. Sin embargo, ahora ayudan 300 veteranos por mes y han dado más de 100,000 toneladas durante la pandemia.
Hoy estamos dando comida a los veteranos, 300 veteranos aquí en San Antonio. Nosotros van a dar 15 tons de comida a todos los veteranos.
Más de 50 voluntarios asistieron para preparar la ayuda de artículos para los veteranos y sus familias.
Es muy bonita esta cosa, de comida, todo.
Cada veterano recibió 75 libras de comida y también una tarjeta de $25 para gasolina. Diaz, un veterano de San Antonio, dice que todo lo que recibió le va a ayudar mucho a él y a su familia.
Me siento muy bien porque hay muchos veteranos, unos veteranos de 20, unos veteranos de 100, mi tío 97 veteranos, y cualquier ayuda los ayuda.
Soldiers Angels ayuda a veteranos en varias locaciones nacionalmente. Si gustarías más información sobre los servicios, visita soldiersangels.org. Soy Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
COVID-19 has been a part of our lives since the beginning of the year and continues on. Our reporter Katelyn Silva brings us a special report on COVID-19 and how it has affected our lives and the new vaccine.
Mask wearing, temperature checks, social distancing, all measures that have been taken and implemented in people's daily lives as the COVID-19 pandemic continues. All of these measures to help lessen the spread of the coronavirus. As cases continue to rise in the United States with about 16 million people infected and over 300,267 deaths, there is a glimmer of hope in Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. Local ER nurse Wendy Hall says it'll take some time for people to trust this vaccine, though she is already on board.
It's going to take some time because it's going to take a while to get people to trust the vaccine, to trust the people administering it, and to get on board, and to just have enough supply to actually vaccinate the public with. I am going to get it as soon as it is offered to me, 100%.
The vaccine was distributed to frontline healthcare workers in the U.S. on December 14th. San Antonio's UT Health Center was one of 4 sites in Texas to receive the vaccine. They are set to start the vaccinations, which is a process of 2 doses, 21 days apart, on Tuesday, December 15th. COVID-19 has been a nightmare for some. As for others, they simply don't believe in the severity of the virus, some even claiming that the virus is a hoax. Wendy is taken back by this response.
I'm kind of flabbergasted that that's a response, but I think it's a luxury that they don't see what we see every day. That means we're watching people die alone every day. People who are very healthy, fit 20-year-olds die from this, all the way up until 99, I think, was the oldest patient I've had that unfortunately died from this.
With the holidays coming up and people traveling, it is encouraged to continue following CDC's guidelines when it comes to safe traveling and keeping the virus from spreading. Reporting for Enlace, Katelyn, Silva. Continuing with the special report, the COVID-19 pandemic has left many people unemployed. I spoke with Dr. Blanton, Executive Director of the May Center, about the Mission Future courses that the May Center offers to give those in need of tips to get back into the workforce. Let's take a look.
Due to COVID-19 and the pandemic, number of people in our community found themselves having fewer hours, so being able to get fewer hours in of work, but also many businesses, in particular the hospitality industry, of course, really hit hard. And so this is an opportunity with Mission Future to really work with those individuals. Maybe they haven't even interacted with A&M San Antonio before, but to think about, okay, maybe this is the time to look at preparing for that next career step. And so part of that might be transitioning to a new career, or it could also be just figuring out how to transition to a virtual at-home employment situation.
Yes, and I also see they're also available in Spanish. So it's Spanish and English.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and so this was, again, extremely intentional on our part, knowing that, we are in South Texas, and a number of individuals in our community, Spanish is their first language. And so they may feel more comfortable attending a course that is has the content delivered in Spanish.
And how long would you say they normally last, the courses?
So that varies. And so on our website, tamusa.edu/mission-future, we have where the courses are offered virtually. And so some of those are from an hour or an hour and a half long up to 3 hours. So people can go ahead and register for those now if they wanted to, and prepare to kick off 2021 looking for, really their future. And so,
how can students get in contact with you if they have any questions on these courses and what they offer?
Sure. So, students should know that pretty much all the Mission Future programs we offer slightly modified for our current students. And so for Mission Future, what I would want students to know about is if they have perhaps a sibling or a parent or an aunt, an uncle, a neighbor, or whatnot that may be thinking about their next career move, to encourage them to come to Mission Future.
We follow up on a special series about the accumulation of waste in San Antonio by our reporter, Brianna Olvera. She gives us ways of how we can reuse plastic in our own home.
Seguramente usted también recibió más propaganda de la política durante estas elecciones, más y más papel, pero esto se puede reciclar. Sin embargo, las autoridades dan varias indicaciones para saber cómo hacer este procedimiento. De lo contrario, podríamos recibir hasta una multa. San Antonio está tratando de convencer a la población de la importancia del reciclaje. Si usted tiene bolsas de plástico, no las tire porque pueden ser un elemento artístico, como se muestra en este museo hopscotch de nuestra ciudad. En esta habitación hay unas 40,000 bolsas de plástico. Eso se trata de cuántas bolsas de plástico se desperdician solo en Texas cada 2.5 minutos. De hecho, su hogar está lleno de elementos que puede reutilizar y reciclar, y es el lugar perfecto para implementar hábitos diarios con su familia que pueden ayudar a proteger el medio ambiente. En una familia de 8, Emmanuel Bedford demuestra diferentes maneras de reutilizar las botellas de plástico.
I like to turn them into plant holders.
Una cosa que puedes hacer con ellos es convertirlos en maceteros. Lo que quieres hacer es cortar las botellas de agua por la mitad y hacer 3 agujeros en la parte inferior para que drene el agua y luego poner tu tierra. ¿Sabe usted qué sucede cuando tira basura sin que sea reciclada? Fernando García del Departamento de Residuos nos cuenta.
Los plásticos duran hasta miles de años. El vidrio prácticamente es eterno. En el caso del papel y el cartón, pues sí, se degradan mucho más fáciles.
En estos tiempos de la pandemia, los humanos causan mucho más desperdicio, específicamente usando plástico. La ciudad nos proporciona contenedores adecuados para cada uno de nuestros desechos para poder eliminarlos de una forma correcta y fácil. Hay 4 elementos que debe recordar para no desperdiciar.
Y eso es cartón, papel, botellas de plástico y botellas de aluminio.
Y aunque algunos residentes ponen diligentemente los artículos en sus respectivos contenedores, la mayoría de estos elementos no serán reciclados adecuadamente. Esto causará que los vertederos se contaminen. Para más información sobre cómo reciclar y así evitar multas, visite www.reworkssa.org. Brianna, Olvera, Enlace.
And when we return, we speak with one local business owner about their toy drive and the latest in Jaguar sports. Thank you for staying with us. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office partnered with Black Rifle Coffee Company to pull off its annual Magic of Christmas toy drive. Deputies were excited about the collaboration to collect toys for underprivileged children. Deputy Myers said they had to get creative with the drive-through event due to COVID restrictions.
Enthusiastic to help us out, and they came forward and said, hey, you should come to our place. We have a lot of traffic. We're going to put it all over our social media. And that's how we collaborated together and came together to have such a success at this toy drive.
Retail supervisor Kayla said they didn't always get to see the magic of giving back to the community, but they were more than willing to partner with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office to give back.
But when we're able to come out here to the street and see the people and be with them and talk with them, it's pretty awesome. We get to see the gratification instantly instead of waiting.
And welcome back. Today we are joined by the owners of Beast Nutrition, Philly and Louis Diaz. Thank you guys so much for being here today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Of course. So clearly we can see all these toys that we have here today. What you guys did was you had a toy drive inside of Beast Nutrition at your local business. What inspired you guys to do that? What inspired you guys to have this toy drive during the holiday season?
Just like you said, Amanda, it was the holiday season. It's Christmas. Time for giving. We always want to give more, and we want to give back to those kids that really need a smile on their face during this Christmas, and they need to wake up and see a toy. So we just want to give back, and this is for the kids.
So recently, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office held a Christmas toy drive where they collect toys for underprivileged children. So these toys are actually going to be donated on the behalf of Beast Nutrition to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. They unfortunately could not be here with us today, but on their behalf, we are going to accept these toys and they're going to be donated to underprivileged children. So thank you guys so much for giving back to the community. That means a lot. Now, that it's the Christmas season, people tend to want to eat during the Christmas season, right? Yeah. And so they want to overindulge and they just want to take it all in. But if we have those important health goals, how do we really stay focused and stick to those health goals and not overindulge?
So I know it's Christmas and we want to be with our families, we want to drink and we want to eat. So, and that's great. We do need a balance, but to stick to our fitness goals, we should portion control, make sure we're not overeating. Also, do something to stay active. So after a nice family meal, maybe you want to grab the family, go for a walk, go to the park, something like that. And another thing that can really keep you on track with eating healthy is to have a breakfast in the morning.
A good healthy breakfast.
A nice healthy breakfast so that you aren't overeating at that dinner table.
Of course. And so what do those portions look like? Does it look the same for everyone?
No, it really depends on your fitness goals.
Okay, so depending on those fitness goals, if people need that guidance or that inspiration, or they really want to find out, you know, what are some tips and suggestions to stay healthy during the holiday season, where can they find that?
So I want to welcome everybody to visit our Instagram page. We have several. We have at Beast Nutrition 210 and at beastnutrition.sa. We post videos, we post workout advice, tips. You can always send us a DM or go in and send us a message. You can also come into the gym. We're located at 2267 Northwest Military Highway, Suite 102. Beast Gym, Beast Nutrition, and we welcome everybody.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing those tips and suggestions. Well, thank you, Philly and Louie, for being here today, and thank you for giving back to the community. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been an honor for us.
Buenas, buenas, and welcome to Jaguar Sports. I'm Alejandro Diaz, and thank you for joining me. The Dallas Cowboys finally have a reason to celebrate after their victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 14 of the NFL season. With their 30-7 win, the Cowboys broke a 2-game losing streak and improved their record to 4-9. But they still remain at the bottom of the NFC East. It's been a season to forget for the Cowboys, who lost their starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, to a devastating injury earlier in the season. However, despite all of the struggles, the Cowboys still have hope to get a spot in the playoffs. That is, if they can win their next 3 games and hope the Washington football team and the New York Giants don't win any of the remaining games. It's a long shot for the Cowboys, but we'll see how they finish this season. From the football fields to the hardwood floors, the NBA has returned to action with preseason games for the 2020-2021 season. The San Antonio Spurs finished their preparation with a loss against the Houston Rockets, 128-106. DeMar DeRozan finished with 21 points in 33 minutes, and rookie Devin Vassell put in a strong performance with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists in 26 minutes of action. The Silver and Black finished with an 0-4 record for the preseason and now get ready to open the regular season on Wednesday when they host the Memphis Grizzlies at the AT&T Center. The Frontier Bowl is an annual tradition that features one of San Antonio's classic high school football rivalries between Southside Harlandale and McCullough. Robby Chavez has all the action from the 57th edition of this game.
I'm here at the Alamo Dome for the 57th annual Frontier Bowl between the Harlandale Indians and McCullough Cowboys that stretches back to 1964. This is one of the biggest rivalries in San Antonio, and this year, for the first time ever, it is in the Alamo Dome.
And Harlandale would waste no time getting going. Here's Jonathan Rodriguez firing deep to Zion Molina for the opening score of the game. But wait, there would be more. Just a bit later, it's going to be Joe Anthony Vallejo for Harlandale, and he gets in to extend Harlandale's lead. But McCullough, looking feisty early, drives down the field and gets in here for the touchdown in what would be the first and last touchdown of the night for McCullough. A couple of plays later, it's going to be Joseph Rodriguez in on the keeper to extend Harlandale's lead here. Great play there by Rodriguez. And later, it's Joe Anthony Vallejo in again for his second touchdown of the night. He had 3, but only 2 counted. I asked him what he thought about the game.
I think we played good, sir. We played hard, and then we fought to the end. We didn't slack off on no play, and then offense, we did good, we did great. Defense, they stopped them, and offense came and scored. Well, it was most of all of our first time, and to me, like, personally, it's a great experience because not that many people get to play here, and then all of our fans get to support us.
Harlandale wins the 57th annual Frontier Bowl 40-6. Robby Chavez, Enlace.
Holiday season also means the start of high school football playoffs. The games got out to an explosive start on the south side of town, and our reporter Robby Chavez brings us more from the games.
Southside opened the first round of the playoffs against SAISD's Jefferson Mustangs at home, and they quickly struck first. Here's the pitch to Caleb Camarillo, makes a move, hits the Jets. He's gone. Nobody's going to catch him, and Southside leads early. Next play, Torres moves to his right, looks deep, throws, finds a wide open Camarillo. What an arm there, and what a catch. Next, Camarillo with a convoy of blockers down the sideline. Another touchdown, and Southside would keep pouring it on. Here's Torres again to Camarillo, who goes left, hits the Jets, and scores. Southside is by-district champions.
For just the second time in school history, Southside has won a playoff game and a by-district championship. Congratulations to Southside, Southside's coaching staff, players, and head coach, Ricky Locke. Yes, sir!
But I thought our kids executed well. I thought Richard did a great job at quarterback and offensive line, of course. Camarillo, he did a good job running the football. Little Nunez did good when he got in. He did well. Some other people played well, so I gotta look at film before I comment too much on it. But I was real happy with our effort.
And I feel like the offense came out and contributed and did their part. Early in the season, offense wasn't clicking, but we have picked it up ever since. And I think we're doing good.
Congratulations to the 2020 by-district champion Southside Cardinals, Robby Chavez, Enlace.
Well, that's all we have for you today, but we'll see you next time with more of Jaguar Sports. And when we come back, a story about an A&M student aspiring to be an artist, and Amanda has a new episode of Located Local.
Thank you for staying with us. Christmas just got a little bit brighter with the light display at Palo Alto College. Our reporter, Armando Villarreal, was there to bring us more.
Varios lugares alrededor de San Antonio siguen la tradición de decorar con luces navideñas, pero ahora este año varias personas disfrutaron las luces de sus vehículos. Palo Alto College celebró la temporada con más de 100,000 luces en el mes de diciembre, mientras siguiendo las reglas de distancia social.
Más es bonito poder salir fuera de casa y sacar a los niños y poder disfrutar de todas estas luces navideñas.
El espectáculo de luces de Navidad es una de las actividades favoritas en la temporada y familias están felices de salir de sus hogares.
They're very nice and they're pretty and it was fun looking at them with the family.
Este año 2020 no fue bueno para mucha gente. Hay personas que dicen que las luces dan ánimo, especialmente durante estos días de pandemia.
Yo pienso que está muy bonito, aunque ahorita está en un tiempo difícil, tener esas luces y arbolitos y este tiempo para estar aquí es muy divertido, ¿verdad? Para poder salir de la casa y divertirnos un ratito.
Que significan mucho para esta Navidad del tiempo de oscuridad y celebramos la luz.
Rosy García, un residente de San Antonio, dice que se siente segura a ver las luces durante COVID-19 y que ama las luces de The Pro Brewery.
Pues nomás que Diosito los bendiga y que ojalá que pongan más luces para allá para que luzca más todo.
Palo Alto College va a ofrecer la exhibición de luces de Navidad cada viernes, sábado y domingo, de 6 a 9 de la noche hasta el 3 de enero 2021. Soy Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
Aside from Palo Alto College, here are some other options that you can visit during the holiday season. You can visit Light the Way at University of Incarnate Word, the Whataburger Zoo lights at the San Antonio Zoo, and the Windcrest light up northeast of San Antonio. The Mesquite, a Jaguar student media outlet, has also provided us a map of several light displays around the city. Also, A&M San Antonio displays holiday lights around campus that you can visit until the beginning of the new year. A student at A&M San Antonio started her music career this year. Being a full-time college student and the pandemic has made things difficult but did not stop her. Our reporter, Marshall Bess, covers how she's still staying inspired.
It's taken some time for me to kind of come along to this, but I know for sure this is like what I want to do.
Meet Elisha Bedford, aka Baby J.
who is a student at Texas A&M San Antonio. She's an up-and-coming young R&B pop artist with a unique sound thanks to growing up around music.
So I've always sang a lot. Like I come from a family like of singers, and like they do a lot of instruments and whatnot. So I've just always sang. Someone that's always inspired me to like really just go for it is like Brianna, and like that's like the queen. Like I absolutely love her. She definitely done like a lot of different things and has like gone in a lot of different directions that I just love and respect, and I would want to do one day too. I definitely feel like I want to go in that like pop, maybe like alternative R&B direction. I feel like that's like where my voice is like really wanting to go, in like the direction I kind of see myself into going. So I don't know, I'm super excited, but I never want to like close myself off. So if I'm open to other things and if I want to go in a different direction, I am 100% like for that as well too though.
Balancing school with a music career gave her a little trouble along with the setback of COVID-19, but she is pushing through it all.
It's been rough. Like it's definitely challenging, like navigating through going to school, with like working on campus, like still being that involved student, and on top of like going like into my music more, kind of diving more into it. It's honestly a real challenge, but I've kind of figured out my system. So once I kind of got into it, I was all, no, I like this. Long term, honestly, I want to start doing more concerts, and I would want to do like live performances and whatnot, and just kind of sing in front of people. I feel like I do better live. So I'm super looking forward to that. But with COVID and everything, life looks a little bit different.
Elisha is gaining fans from not only her friends, but from other music artists as well.
To me, it was the depth in the range of her voice and her vocals. There's a couple of pockets that she hit that once I heard them, I was like, whoa, let me run this song back and really pay attention.
I've thought about that too. I listened to her and I'm like, who can I compare her to? But her voice is truly unique. I wish, let's play a song. Because it really is so unique and it's so pretty that I don't know if I can compare it to someone else.
Overall, Elisha wants her music to make a positive impact in people's lives and inspire people to be creative.
I would always want like my music to inspire others, to get others to wanting to write, wanting to just create and kind of do that same thing as well. I know it took me some time to finally come along to it, but putting everything like in that passion into like what you really love.
For Enlace News, I'm Marshall Best.
Hey locators, we're here at the Dooryard Self-Serve Tap House. This restaurant has over 25 local beers on tap and more. This unique concept is one of the first of its kind in San Antonio. Let's take a look. The Dooryard is located at 4503 De Zavala Road. This independently owned restaurant and tap house is operated by Jason Meredith. Customers give a debit card at the entrance in exchange for a card that will be used on the wall for the self-serve pouring system. Jason is going to show us how to use the wall and what it would look like for typically if you're coming in for the very first time, you don't know what to do and how do we pour. So take it over, Jason.
All right, well first things first, we're going to do a little sanitizing. Okay. Then we're going to grab a glass. We're going to grab a tap rack. We're going to go over here and find our beer. We're going to put our tapkin on. We're going to put our card in. And then we're going to do a nice pour.
And the angle is important, correct?
The angle is very important. You want to be at 45 degrees. And then shut it off when you're ready. Grab your card. Here you go.
Easy as that. The self-serve options don't stop there. On your table is a QR code to order and pay for your food. Once the order is complete, you receive a text message to pick the food up at the counter.
Really, I just wanted to create a truly customer-driven experience. So the customer really is in charge of how they interact with the system, how they order food. It really is customer-driven.
This was always Jason's dream to have a tap house to call his own. And with the new COVID-19 measures,
The self-serve environment happened to fit the business model.
We wanted to do something that was not like anything else in San Antonio, and so self-tour sort of was where we landed.
For Enlace, Amanda Barela.
From all of us here at Enlace, we would like to wish you and your family a safe and happy holidays and Happy New Year. See you next time.